Has this ever happened to you?
Ah, the Crimson Isle. What a cool looking island.
The dojo? What's this?
Black belt?
You're telling me I can get Skyblock XP for doing the dojo and the best mining belt?
This sounds too good to be true.
Spoiler, it was.
Ah!
Bro, what the heck was that lag? What the heck? The zombie was inside the other zombie. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Just kidding. I know there's no ladies watching this. Look at this. You know what else is an interesting graphic? 99.7% of you guys aren't subscribed. Come on. That's gotta be some kind of a record. A terrible one at that. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing so I could reach at least 1% subscribe, that'd be cool. Okay, thanks. That's the end of my PSA, and on to the video. So you clicked on this video because you want to get the black belt. Whether that's for the museum, mining, or dungeons, I am making this video to hopefully share with you my expertise to help you reach this goal. So without further ado, let's start with the first test, the test of force. Depending on what you choose to do with your time on Hypixel, this challenge is either going to be pretty easy or extremely hard, because this challenge is essentially a sumo duel simulator as you'll be trying to knock mobs into the lava for points. The first and most important tip I have is to W-tap. W-tapping is a PvP strategy used to deal knockback. Here's a quick guide on how to W-tap. Step 1. Tap W. Okay, seriously though. You want to press and hold the W key slightly after you click, and that's about it. You're going to want to practice this if you are not comfortable with it before it actually benefits you. You don't want to be too focused on landing a W tap, rather you want to W tap multiple times in a row in order to combo a zombie off the edge. A tip for the tip is to use the mod Toggle Sprint, as it will allow you to always be sprinting and make W tapping easier, since you just have to stop running and start running, rather than double tapping W to start sprinting. My last tip for force is going to be to focus on the 20 and 30 point zombies near the edge over any other zombies. It is important to consider routing when doing force, and you want to focus on these zombies close to the edge rather than the middle ones. Another thing you may want to consider when routing is that zombies that are about to disappear will have black particles under them, so make sure you have particles on so you can see this. The test of stamina is one of them in my opinion for the most part. What the hell did I write here? The test of stamina is one of the easiest tests in my opinion. It's generally pretty straightforward and there are only a few tips that I have. Firstly is that the walls are not random. They are always the same. They do however come in different directions, so you will always want to be alert for that, but becoming familiar with the patterns is key to becoming consistent and making it to a higher round. Secondly, you should try to take your time. The walls move pretty slowly, so you should back up if you need space to make a jump or avoid lag. Depending on who you ask, they will also recommend playing in F5, but I believe that is up to personal preference, so be sure to experiment playing in F5 and regular mode. Okay, now for the best and most important test, the test of mastery. This is by far the most important and easiest test. If you can't get a high score in this, good luck getting the black belt. The only tip that I have, which is the most important tip of all the tips in this video, is Soupy. No, not that kind of Soupy. Soupy v2, the mod. By typing /Soupy in chat, going to Settings, Nether, and turning on Mastery Timer, we can enable a feature that finds the next block that is about to turn red. You want to release your bow when the Soupy timer is finished, otherwise you will fire your bow too early. With this mod, I can consistently get 1300 score, and you should be able to as well. You want to aim for 1500 if possible. It took me maybe 10 tries to get the score. This is by far the easiest test, so make sure to take advantage of it. So the test of discipline is simple. You just click on zombies with the correct sword. Easy. For tips, I suggest staying towards the center, especially in later rounds, so you minimize travel time between zombies. My second tip is maybe a bit less conventional, but if we take a look at my leaderboard score for discipline, you will notice that it's not the same as my score in the challenge. This is because of lag. I would consider trying to do this in a laggy lobby, since the lag will allow your player to move while the timer is stalled due to lag, and this could create an effect similar to teleporting between the zombies, according to the game. Just something to think about. Yes, the test of swiftness. A test purely based on if you lag or not. The only real tip I have for you is to play in F5 and keep your hand off the mouse. Just focus on the blocks. The way the challenge works is the next block only appears once you step on a previous block, so make sure you're jumping on all of them, and this especially goes for when 2 blocks appear at once. The test of control. Okay, so maybe I'm not the best person to be giving you advice for this test, but for starters, this text you see here, look directly at the skeleton? Yeah, so that's a lie. You're going to want to look slightly ahead of that because of lag, so that's cool. There are also occasionally zombies that will spawn. You want to do your best to stay looking at the wither skeleton while killing them. Remember, points and seconds are only counted and deducted per second, so it's okay to look away for fractions of a second as long as you look back before the second ends. We are finally here on the 7th and last test. The test of tenacity, and oh boy, tenacity is the right adjective here, is pretty random and annoying to do, but is also in my opinion the most flukable compared to all the other tests, as there's less of a skill component involved. I'm now going to walk you guys through my opening for tenacity. First of all, remember Soupy? Yeah, you're going to want to turn on show line for fireball and dojo tenacity. So the way I open is I come to the right corner of the platform and I hold jump. The goal of my opening is to get the ghast to miss the platform as many times as I can, and I find this is the best way to get that to happen. Once the second ghast spawns at 200 points, you want to move to the right corner of it and repeat this for the third ghast. Once the fourth ghast spawns, just start to run in circles closer towards the middle. This is so that using the fireball tracker, we can hope to have enough time to react to the fireballs. I find that you want to change up your movements, so every now and then you can pause, go closer to the outside, run straight through the middle. Just stay focused on dodging as many fireballs as you can. Now, I don't know if this actually helps, but sometimes I crouch. Maybe that'll help dodge a fireball here and there. Do with this information as you please. And that's all the specific tips I have for the challenges. Now for some general tips. First off, stay patient. A lot of these tests will be ruined by lag or a skill issue, and it's important to keep trying and practicing key binding or whatever other techniques are needed. Secondly, if you are lagging, swap lobbies because the majority of the tests are basically impossible with lag, and I find that swapping to a less laggy lobby can often help with that. And there you have it, a whole +3 mining fortune. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, be sure to hit that like button. If you have any tips of your own or would like to share anything I may have gotten wrong, be sure to leave a comment. Anyways, I'm gonna go head back to mining now because I need coins for a future video idea. See ya.